It's like, yes, it might be flyover country, but I have great internet, and you don't.
Right? It's fucking ridiculous, dude. It's not fair.
Life isn't fair.
If they're gonna say stupid shit like that, I prefer they keep flying anyway. Keep going, motherfucker.
Alright, how do I get this fucking link to the... Okay.
Because you're live, man.
Live, man. Alright. There's no one in chat yet. Let me fucking chill. Oh, fuck you, sir. Join the fucking stream.
Kind of funny because your voice has that robot effect going on.
I can barely hear you, gamer.
That's what you sound like a robot.
Well, like, I can barely hear you, gamer.
Hang on!
Is my robot really bad?
Yep.
How's that? Can you hear me now?
Am I gonna have to stop the stream and go back on Wi-Fi?
Possibly, I don't know. I don't know, whatever fixed that.
God.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Like, it's got... Why is it bad again?
Because you're trying to do something.
Oh, news.
I need to get a camera bad.
I just bought a camera this time around because I haven't bought one in forever, and like there's a strong desire for like face cam reactions to shit.
Right.
So how bad is my robot?
It's on a scale of 1 to 100, you're about 60 on the bad scale.
For fuck's sake. Good fucking. Alright.
Do this. Up at the top, if you move your mouse towards the top of the stream here, you'll get a little drop-down box. Click on that wrench. Make sure all your audio shit's set to what it should be, and then refresh the stream. See if that'll help you.
Wrench. Where it says cameraman?
You see the little gear? Click on that. That's settings.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then you'll have 2 drop-down boxes. Make sure that's set to your microphone or whatever your default communications, like whatever your speakers are. Don't let it set to where it says default. Actually set to your speakers and actually set it to your microphone. Oh, Jesus.
How's that?
Oh my god, it sounds like voice.
Ta-da!
Does it work?
You're 100% perfect.
Awesome!
Clearly now, the rain is almost gone. I can hear almost all dorkies in my way.
I knew that would fix it.
Yeah. Now let's fucking show this shit. So you have time to fucking sit there and comment. You have time to join this stream and also complain about Australia's internet.
I think he's just gonna give you shit. Honestly.
Yep. You're coming in so perfect now. It's great.
Well, fuck.
Well, make Sue get in here. Just reprimand him. Like, hey, whoop that ass.
Let me just, like, chill for a bit.
Amanda, where's my inhaler at, love? I need it bad, yo. Hang on a minute.
Oh my god.
Inhaler.
Sorry for a link.
Not finding it, babe.
To watch the stream or to join the stream? Oh. Okay.
What the fuck? Man, I'm not seeing it above. I really need it right now. Oh, I got it. I got it. Oh my god.
God damn it. What? Yeah. Okay. Where are we going? Shoot. And patron promote if he's for link. Okay.
Internet, can you use it?
Well, I don't know what she means.
Whatever you do, don't post the Hangout link. Hey, that's probably not a good idea.
Yeah, you'll get everybody.
No, duh. Jesus. Fuck me.
Let's see, we have a ferret in the chat. I see a ferret. That's definitely a ferret icon.
No, yeah.
Yep. Then my ugly mug. It's nice. Fucking
Oops.
god, Ray. Fucking hell.
Oh, I got plenty of that. You can have some more if you want.
Nah, I'll pass. I'm not even 40 yet, dude. Fucking frustrated.
Why don't you just come up as like that?
I don't know, because I didn't make this shit. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why Google does what it does. Not a lot of them make sense.
I've never used Hangouts, so not like this. I have no idea about any of this shit.
Oh no, I mean like if I'm getting the link to the stream and
gotcha.
putting it in places, it's just the link, but nothing else. Like,
Aw, Lord Ferret left the chat.
why?
I don't know, probably because we didn't hear him. Either that or he was active in freaking Discord at the time where he started the link.
Well, it works and
Could have just clicked on it and see what it was about.
that picture though.
I was gonna change it, but I don't know how to.
That picture though.
Doesn't seem to want to let me.
Oh hell yeah. Why the fuck did I have to do so much fucking around just to get this stupid thing to work? I'm using my phone data right now just to fucking stream, and I had to change a bunch of stuff.
That's amazing. Your country never does nothing wrong, and you guys are the #1 in the world, right?
Why copper wiring though? Like, I don't understand.
We upgraded off that internet like a decade ago.
Yep.
Dude, I don't get why a country the same size as ours with 1/10 of the population can't give its people internet.
Well,
I understand you're not in the middle of nowhere, but, you know.
I myself I'm still using ADSL 2+. Like, I'm still on the fucking phone lines, man.
Holy shit.
Yeah, ADSL was phased out of KC entirely like 6 years ago, 7 years ago. You can't even get it for free. Like, our free internet.
I didn't know anybody still used that.
Well, the original plan, right? The original plan was to have fiber all over. But then a different political party got in charge, and they said, nah, that'll cost too much. That budget is way too big. We'll use copper wiring, but we'll put fiber to the node not to your house, but you know, we'll put some of it to the node a little bit, and it'll be right. And it's just, it ended up costing.
Remember how pissed off you found out how much better my free internet is here than the internet you pay for over there is. Got so mad, so really mad, hurt my heart.
Is that right?
I don't know. What do you call 250 down, 125 up for free for life?
Well.
Yeah, that says enough. Oh, that was glorious.
The saddest
so many emotions, so much emotion right there.
Oh my god, the saddest part ever is like when we learnt that like fucking Kenya had better internet than we did.
Holy shit, really?
Yeah. It's
wow.
You guys are behind Kenya. It's nice.
Yeah,
that's not like being behind Mogadishu in Wi-Fi coverage, and the fact that Mogadishu almost has 5G at this point. You know, seriously, the best cellular connection in the world is Somalia, Mogadishu. That's also because they have zero regulation. I just can't get an ANCAP to move there, and I don't know why. I think it's because you have to actually pay for your own private army that people don't want to go there, but I don't know. I mean, it's perfect, though. It's pure capitalism, absolutely no regulation. You'd think they'd love it, but they won't move. Huh. I can't get any commies to go to Slab City either. It's very sad. Are you familiar with Slab City?
No.
In California?
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's a shitbox out of California. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I grew up in Cali, so yeah, I know all about it. Wouldn't go there if you paid me, man. There's too many fucking ex-convicts and shit on the run and whatnot out there. A bunch of dumb shits.
Oh, dude, I have no idea what you're talking about. I wish I did. Or maybe I wish I didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Really depends. Really fucking depends, man. Oh my god.
There we go.
What's this?
Oh, I'm laughing at.
You can blame the coalition, pretty much. Malcolm Turnbull, that I know. Yep. This is like getting fiber. What the fuck? Why? Why are the new premises getting fiber? I bet you it's the new premises are getting the fiber. I bet you it's the fucking Sudanese too.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you now.
I had to log into fucking Robert's shit and on my account on his phone to fucking do this shit. My phone was like,
Welcome to Google Hangouts, the way people hung out 10 years ago on the internet. Last update, 2008.
I'll be right back.
Fuck.
You cunts can chill this shit as well. Like, spread this shit around.
Yeah, I could chill this shit, but I don't chill. Like, that's the thing. It goes against, you know, like, my homeostasis.
Well, where's Fred when we need her? Mixmaster shill fucker over here fucking hits up every Discord server in existence.
Go for it. I love you.
Is anybody else questioning how she fucking does that?
I was convinced she was a bot.
Yeah, right.
Where the hell is Sue gone? He was commenting before.
Well, we better hurry his ass up, baby.
Holy shit, truck. Like, no, like, I don't know what he's doing. I'll post him a fucking link to the chat anyway. I very much doubt that we'll see. We shall see. Okay, well, you know, since we got the fucking discussion of the internet out of the way, I want to show you cunts a video.
Fantastic. Alright.
But first, where do I send it to? Set yourself live? Or... I'm not. You can't lick your elbow, sir. It's impossible.
Actually, not for a contortionist. Which is what I was expecting out of that frickin' Canadian art that he likes to show off, but no.
Well, I ain't no contortionist. It's like, Jesus. Why do you want me to lick my elbow so bad? Tell me. Tell me why. I might consider it.
Why don't you lick your elbow, Suit?
Yeah, exactly. I want you to get on here, get on cam, and lick your fucking elbow. Oh wait, you don't do that. Well, get your character to lick an elbow. Yeah.
Oh, that's the requirement. All right, Dorky, try to lick your elbow. We need Suit.
Okay. It's not gonna happen. I can tell you that now. See, it doesn't work. Can't reach it, I told you. You just don't want to come on. That's all it is. You don't want to come on.
And she's still trying.
Yeah, well, it doesn't. It's impossible. I'm not a fucking contortionist, man.
Just dislocate your shoulder and then do it.
You're very quiet. Well, I guess we're not having Suit on stream.
Nope, likely not.
That fucking sucks. Is that close enough? At least?
Does that count? Tell me it counts.
Yeah. Like, I can get this one closer. My tongue's not long enough. Like, I'm fucking close enough, don't you think?
My tongue's not long enough. I couldn't reach all the way to the back. I'm sorry, I tried. Just couldn't do it.
Oh my god.
That's the new quote of the day. My tongue's not long enough.
I can't hear you properly. Better without you. Well, fuck me. I guess you're just gonna have to endure it. Like, you're gonna have to sit through a video, Suit. Hey, do you want to come in and, like, critique the video with us? Or do you want to sit and I'll play the whole thing through and fucking torture you? Which one do you want? Which is it?
Dorky is persistent.
Yep, that she is.
There we go.
If at first you don't succeed, try and try again.
I haven't heard that song in fucking years.
It's a song. What?
Where is Suit?
What do you mean that that's a song? You gotta know that's a fucking song. How do you not know that's a song?
I believe Suit is in a kangaroo pouch somewhere.
Oh, is it?
Well,
and that's
no comment.
That's how he gets around. He's been talking about driving Mama Suit to the hospital when in actuality it's like sled dogs but kangaroos. He just loads up the whole family in the kangaroo pouch and rides on its back.
He lost 10% experience watching Dorkly try to lift her elbow.
But it was worth it.
I got fucking close, man. Alright? I got real fucking close. I thought that would have been good enough. Apparently, I'm not good enough for Suit.
Could you imagine riding around in a Suit's avatar in like a kangaroo pouch, hopping around, like jumping on SJW's heads? Like, for some reason, this makes me really happy.
Jesus.
It's like really funny.
This makes me sad. I'm not good enough for Suit. Guess I won't be going on his streams anymore because I'm not good enough for Suit.
Oh, damn. Alright, Suit.
You do realize, Dorky, that might probably bite you in the ass, right? that's not exactly that. I mean, you know, just a thought.
I'm joking, hopefully.
Hopefully he knows I'm joking and not taking me seriously.
When the fuck am I ever serious?
I have no idea. Unless you were talking about the Sudanese, I don't know.
I'm pretty serious about that. Oh, God. Well, to the video, I guess.
To the video. To the video.
The fucking video.
Oh, I can't wait. To the video. Roll 212.
Just a thought. I don't think so. I pretend that is not a thing. No. Sorry. Oh, ferret had to bounce.
Or the phone died. Or Rob took the phone back.
Well, come on, sir. Like, you gotta jump on now. Like, that's just, you know, we need more people. You know, you need to, like, come watch this video with us.
I'm gonna see that tattoo on your right arm.
What?
I'm gonna see that tattoo on your right arm.
Oh, this one?
Yeah. Turn your left a little bit.
It's like, it's not finished yet. Like, it's gonna be a half sleeve. I get the rest done, at the end of this month.
Oh, nice.
Because see, like, underneath isn't done. And then it's gonna go down. Yeah, it's gonna go down, like, yeah.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Yeah. Which will be very, very good. I enjoy tattoos. I have a bunch of others that you can't see. But
is it all gonna be black and gray, or are you gonna get some color in there with it?
no, there's red in there. Like, up here, like, there's gonna be a sort of red banner, but, like,
nice.
I don't think you can see it, but, like, there's red. Like, the...
Yeah, it's not coming through.
Yeah.
Yeah, your webcam's shite.
I know, because it's an old computer. But, hey, what are you doing?
I need to get one, yo. I need to get one so that way I can talk with you guys. Whether it be on here or on Skype or some shit. This sucks.
It's fine. It's alright.
No, it's not.
God damn it, sir. Why are you doing this to me?
Dude, we've got the rarest thing going on here right now in Vegas. It's this weird thing. Like, there's... I don't know how to explain it. There's wet stuff falling from the sky. I don't know how to explain it. We don't ever get that here.
Oh, it's called rain.
That stuff. That's going on right now. It's been happening all day. It's really weird.
Oh.
Yeah. It starts falling here at about like mid-November and ends at around mid-November.
We never ever get it, and it's been on and off all day. It's crazy.
No, see, I never have that issue. I'm happy on days when it's like not raining.
Dude,
we're
I wish
almost
we got
Florida in that regard, where it's like, oh, it's 3 o'clock, it's rain time.
I wish we got days like that where it just rained for a few days straight.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
One time, one time it was a little over 10 years ago now. You can there's videos of it on YouTube where they had this big rescue with them here in Vegas, probably 15 years ago now. It rained for 2 weeks nonstop, day in, day out, just a downpour, and it flooded the entire city to the brim because we don't have drainage like other cities do. And what's funny was, it's funny, but at the same time not funny, but we have a big, it's not a wash, it's like a riverbed. Anyways, it's where all the drainage connects into. But over where the Wetlands National Park is, where the water naturally flows down into the lake, it was washing mobile homes away down the stream and shit. Oh my God, it was fucking hilarious.
Dude, that's just fucking funny. So all of KC is below sea level.
Yeah.
So in order to have proper drainage, we've had to actually like dig
you gotta
deeper.
pump it up.
No, we actually had to go down deeper and actually gradient our runoff water to the point where like it's actually kind of dangerous because sometimes you'll get the sandstone. Like if you're not familiar, Kansas City is covered with sandstone caves. Like they're just predominantly out here. There's huge caves. That's part of why the nuke program got moved out here in the first place. Was we had good luck hitting it. You know, I mean, good luck guessing where it is. Pretty much.
Right.
I mean, that's where most of our ICBMs still are out here. And no, but like we had one of the sandstone caves flood, and that one actually happened to be an IRS document storage facility. So it's like 50 years of IRS documents got flooded.
Damn.
Oh yeah, it was fantastic. I loved the hell out of it. It's just like it was so bad that they actually had to bring in like the actual National Guard to come through and dry out, and the Army Corps of Engineers to actually pump water out of the cave system because somebody fucked up.
When we had back years ago, when we had that massive flood I was talking about when it rained for 2 weeks straight, same thing. They had the Army Corps of Engineers come in and find out how to pump out all the water because all the underpasses were flooded. I mean, literally, there was no way to get all the water out because Las Vegas is in the valley, so it comes to a big bowl.
Yep. Well, the only thing that helped us out was it was a small channel into the river directly.
Oh, okay, there you go.
The problem with that, though, is that if the river is at a high watermark, which it was, it doesn't do us any good.
Yeah.
So, if you have to have enough,
the river overflows, then you get more water.
Well, yeah, if you don't have enough rain pressure when they open up that valve system to let it out into the river, you just have the river go right back up the valve. It's kind of entertaining because they accidentally, when they first were installing it, they accidentally drained a good foot off the Kansas River.
God damn.
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny? You know what they say about the Kansas River?
Oh, here, I got one for you. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, the Kansas River is just too wet to farm and just too solid to drink.
Dorky, do you remember a couple years ago when it rained really bad in Australia and it flooded everything away and cars were getting washed away and all that shit?
Yeah. The 2011 floods, yeah.
Picture that in Vegas, twice as bad, and that's what we had going on during those 2 weeks.
That sucks.
I'm trying to find articles on it, and I can't find jack shit.
Have you guys read the chat?
No, I don't pay attention to chat.
I didn't even read the chat.
I'm a jerk.
So new to this Google Hangout shit.
Well, I'm trying to remember how to screen chat right now.
Hold on, is this being streamed to YouTube?
Screen share is actually pretty easy.
Yeah, I know it is. Oh, here it is.
Oh, you didn't send me the YouTube page or anything.
Ugh. Anyway, You guys ready for a video?
No, but sure.
Absolutely.
Come on,
What do you got
sir.
there, porn?
You know you want to.
No porn, dorky.
It's not porn. It's something that's infuriating for all three of us because we're all disabled.
It's true.
Wait, are we talking amputee porn? Because that's a little infuriating.
Oh my god.
It's not porn.
I'm sorry. Sorry, bad joke. Bad joke. Still funny, but bad joke. I'll burn in hell for that. I should have posted that.
Oh no! I just got a horrible picture in my head, like, you know, fucking missing the hand and stuff. But it's like,
stump insertion.
Surely you have seen some shit, Donkey. My God.
No, it's just some memes that it reminded me of. Like, for fuck's sake.
Stump insertion. Oh my god.
In 20 years, that'll
shall burn in hell. I'm already there.
Oh,
dude,
no.
Man, these fucking pain meds that they put me on after my surgery and procedure, they make me loopy as shit. Oh my god.
That's okay. I'm on pain meds too.
Bartender, I'll have a double.
I can't drink at all. Fuck that.
No,
I don't want to die.
I'm talking about my pain meds.
Oh shit! Yeah. Well,
oh my god.
Fucking slurry.
You know, I went in for my procedure Friday, right?
Yeah.
The blood pressure was 185 over 163 because I was so fucking nervous. They had to wait. I wasn't able to take any of my meds in that, and they made me take my heart meds because I was so fucking nervous because of the previous surgery that paralyzed me. That I was so fucking nervous that my blood pressure was through the roof.
I can imagine.
I need a fucking procedure. That's why I'm doing streams. I'm trying to like get up.
Dorky, have you ever checked to see if any doctor in the States would take your insurance as kind of like I've heard a friend of mine had told me of a good friend of mine here in Vegas is an airline pilot. He tells me all the time of people that come from overseas and they set up special appointments with doctors that'll take their insurance from overseas carriers and not have their procedures performed here in the States because they wait so long or can't get it done from wherever they're from.
I'd still have to like sell the house and stuff to pay.
Yeah, but so you shouldn't have to do that.
Well,
even if I went to America to do the surgery, I mean, I'd still have to fucking pay. I'd still have to sell the house to pay the excess on the insurance.
But you will have a First Amendment.
But I will have a First Amendment. Yes, I'd go somewhere down south, definitely.
Dude, man, fuck the South. Seriously.
Why? The more guns there are, the safer it is.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah, but if you want, like...
I just want to get this shit fixed. Like, I want my son to have a mother for a long time. Okay? This shit is getting worse. I don't want to have to resort to, like, drastic means.
Hey, babe, I need my shot, babe. Yeah, the new needles are above the cabinet over there.
Alright. Let's watch this fucking video.
There's a shelf in the refrigerator over there.
Sure.
Screen share.
Screen share or no?
Woo, tunnel!
I've got to take
it.
Alright, love.
Ready?
No. Oh, God.
What are you doing to me? What?
You ready?
Yeah, I guess.
You ruined my night.
Who's that flat-chested chick next to Riley Dennis?
On YouTube as well about most of my videos are primarily about
Quick question is just wait. What was the title of this fucking video? Some users can walk. Tell it to my legs and don't move, you bitch.
some wheelchair users can look. I am spina bifida and I have to use a wheelchair.
If I ever see this sumbitch in real life, I'm smacking the fuck out of it.
Well, to be fair, spina bifida is nothing to joke at, but by the same, spina bifida is not the same as some of the.
What is that, by the way?
Spina bifida.
Spina bifida is a birth defect where your spine is partially visible or exposed. So it can range from just scoliosis of the spine with minor spina bifida to like full-fledged, your spine is fully exposed with no outer carapace over your spinal column, and you're completely fucked because the nervous tissue dies the minute that it's exposed to air.
Yeah,
Are you fucking serious?
Most spina bifida patients use crutches to get around, though.
How do you fix that, though?
You can't.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's one of the more horrific kind of birth defects you can be born with.
Yeah, I can tell. Holy shit.
Well, it's like my problem. My chiari was a birth defect, and there's no cure for it. Like, I need a surgery to like stop the degeneration of everything. But like, there's never gonna be a cure. Basically, the surgery I need just slows things down. For a time being, like, yeah.
Look at that thing. What is that? That thing. Right,
you know what I like about y'all, though? On a serious note, though, is that there's one thing in particular that I can't stand more than anything, is I fucking hate disabled people who always play the pity card and feel sorry for themselves. What I like about this group of people being here in this Discord server with all of you guys is nobody here plays that bullshit. We all talk, get along. We might talk about, okay, we're going to this, but nobody plays the pity card. Nobody plays that, oh, I feel so sorry for myself.
Well, the only time I do is when I'm forcing someone into a Prussian poker because they started the game.
Yeah, but you don't even pull that shit, though.
Yeah, no. I know what you mean. Yeah,
I like that.
Well, it's one of the things that drives me nuts. You know, it's like, did I exactly choose to lose my legs at 27? No, not exactly. Do I want pity for it? Go fuck yourself.
Exactly.
You know?
But that's what I'm saying. Nobody here plays that bullshit. I love
No.
that.
Like, I don't want pity. I don't want sympathy. You know, empathy is fine. Like, but I don't want sympathy. Like,
exactly.
The thing is, like, sometimes I do feel sorry for myself, but that's only the only times I do feel sorry for myself is when there are certain things I can't do for my son. And I feel bad for my son. You know what I mean? It's like not fair on him.
No, I know where you're coming from on that one.
Yeah, but that's different though. You're not playing the I was born with a birth defect, so therefore my life sucks because reasons.
Yeah, well.
There's one thing to worry about the well-being of your child versus hitting yourself.
Well, I'm going on the National Disability Insurance Scheme that the government just came out with, so everything should be free. Like, I might get a free chair. Like, there are I have a lino floor, but the lino is kind of tiled, and there's, like, bits missing and bits raised because it was put in like, the 50s or 60s. So I could get the whole floor replaced for free.
Hey, Dorothy, got a question for you. Where is this being streamed to? Because I'm trying to find it and I can't.
On Dork Oracle channel.
Can you send me the link?
When the rent is due.
Sure.
I cannot find it for some reason.
Let me just get to the video first.
Yeah.
On disability rights in general, and then if you have fun like food-related videos, but no one ever wants to watch it.
You like love my food videos.
Love that.
So yeah, I want to talk about a few like disability-related things in this video, but the main one I think is want to talk a little bit about invisible disabilities. For anyone who's just like never heard of this before, can you describe like what is an invisible disability?
So invisible disabilities is what it says in the name. It's invisible. You generally can't tell someone looks disabled. They might have a heart condition. They might deal with chronic pain.
Consider your disability to be invisible?
Well, it's odd because as a kid, I only studied invisible. It was the way my doctors made it out to be, and my parents. And spina bifida generally is a physical disability. But my type, which is a mouthful, my type is called lipomyelomyelitis. So have fun captioning that word.
Lipomyelomyelitis?
Lipomyelomyelitis.
Lipomyelomyelitis.
Yes. Mine's a rare type, and so I don't use a wheelchair.
Look how proud she is. Mine's a rare type.
Now, on and off, so.
Wait. So this video is called "Some Wheelchair Users Can't Walk," and she just said she doesn't use a wheelchair. She does, but she does use a cane on and off. Then, like, what the fuck do they know about wheelchair users that can walk?
Okay, well, to be fair, maybe she needs a wheelchair every third Tuesday.
She just said she doesn't use a wheelchair.
Ever? Did she say ever?
Well, let's see.
Physically disabled where it's obvious, but a lot of the things I deal with are always invisible. I have a lot of my chronic pain, but then it's hard to fully say it because if I wear bathing suits, then it goes back to being physical. You can see the scar on my back. If I'm not wearing shoes and socks, you can see my feet.
Wheelchairs trigger her. Yep.
Oh my god. Having way too much fun, like circling Riley's freaking Adam's apple.
I know, that one like really fucking bugs me.
Dude, it's like its own being, dude.
I keep turning on screen share, just doing little circles. I can't help it. I should take this seriously, but it's Riley. Why? Like,
you can never fucking take that dude seriously because he says he's like some trans, non-binary something.
The way he describes himself equates to a straight male, period. He can word it however he wants.
I believe this is called transvestism.
Wait.
Feminine man is what he is.
He says he's a trans, non-binary, queer lesbian. That's what he says. It makes no fucking sense.
Oh yeah, and don't forget the intersectional feminist part.
See, I'm gonna point out like shoulder width.
Oh my god, he could be a fucking swimmer.
Well, shoulder width is determined by, secondary androgen hormones, tertiary androgen hormones. This lovely thing right around over here. As soon as I get the picture back, no.
You guys remember that movie, The Mummy?
Which one? They made 4 of them.
Either one of them. You remember when those little scarabs crawl underneath the person's skin and crawls up and you see the little bulge?
Oh my god, yeah.
Riley Adam's apple right there.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
God, that's what it reminds me of every time I see it.
I can't help it. I know it's petty, but at this point, it's just like, listen, all right, when I need like 50 different adjectives to describe myself, and myself just doesn't work enough, I think that you have some issues.
That used to be an 80s joke, that's right.
I mean, what am I? I don't know. I got facial hair. Does that make me a dude? I mean, I hear some dudes bleed, so guess not.
Oh.
I guess some chicks have facial hair too. One would guess. I don't know.
Well, yeah, actually,
He's not even a straight guy that cross dresses. He's just
like
a feminine guy.
Come on, dorky. I was making a joke.
No, but some chicks do get facial hair, especially after menopause. Like my nun has facial hair.
Yeah, a lot of women.
Okay, all right. You're talking about an older
naturally
who's gone through menopause. I'm talking about chicks. Just like how some dudes can bleed Like that article. You remember that article?
Wait. Hold on. Back it up. What?
Yeah, no. That was another gem from Salon or one of those other leftist job sites where it's showing this chick that it's obviously a chick, but with a tight haircut, sitting there with like a nice red slash through their white jeans, saying some men can bleed, and I'm like,
yeah, let me fucking say something. First of all, Gamer, I just remembered that I posted the link to this video in Promote All in Soup server, so you can get the link there. And secondly, there was a man in the UK, right? And you could like visibly see that he was a fucking man. You know, like you couldn't tell he was trans or fucking anything like that. And when he was in the hospital, he requested a pap smear, yeah? And they said,
manly manners.
he said, no, like, I want a fucking pap smear. And the doctors were like, we can't give you a pap smear. You're a man. Pap smears are for women. Pap smears are to, like, investigate vaginas. You don't have.
Is this for real?
It's
I'm
real.
guessing since it's from the UK, yeah.
Oh my god. What is wrong with people, man?
Wait for the end of this story, okay?
He's trolling. Please tell me he's trolling, please.
No, it's a real fucking story.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Like, because he asked for because he requested a pap smear, and the doctors refused to give him this procedure, he sued the NHS, which is
You're bullshitting.
Oh, dude, that is epic trolling. Oh my god, I love it.
Like, it's England's health system, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a national health service.
He's not trolling. He's fucking serious, right? And you know what? The dude fucking won. He won that fucking court case, and he got his fucking pap smear.
Well, see, like, okay, all right, we're gonna take a small step off of Jokesville into something serious. This is what, like, everybody bashed America for the big issue with the Tennessee, like, transgender bathrooms thing. And exactly the problem that they predicted happened suddenly started happening, which was a whole bunch of dudes just decided that they were chicks and started going into the chicks' restrooms. Now, is that trolling? I don't know. Is it perverted? Possibly. But is it the law? Yes. This goes back to a previous debate that I was having earlier, where it's the law is not a subtle instrument that you use to guide social morality.
But
the law is the last.
That way and getting away with it.
Well, but there's nothing illegal about it if you can transition. Like, dude, okay, so one of my favorite jokes is that I'm a transition kin. Did you know that transition kin is an actual real thing?
What?
Yeah, it's you're in a constant state of transition. Like, there's been several interviews. Like, there's one crazy bitch out there. And I use bitch rather loosely because I really don't wish to defame female dogs. But
explain that further. What do you mean? I'm trying to understand.
Well, okay, it's basically someone who transitions like between sentences.
What?
That works. Yeah, they're in a constant state of transition. Like, they're constantly transitioning gender. Now, I take it to humor, and I make the joke about solid to liquid to noble gas, and nobody really gets it because the last time these idiots studied chemistry was never. But
oh my god,
that's an actual real thing, dude. That's not a joke.
That's crazy.
That's a real thing. I even heard some radio interviews of this person. You know, as they like, I'm Shelly now. I'm Chris now. I'm Shelly now. And it's just like interview, like, it's just like, what the fucking hell? Yeah, that's a real thing. Like things have gotten crazy.
That's called multiple personality disorder, and they need fucking help.
I gotta find some articles on that because I want to read about that. That's pretty fascinating, actually.
Dude, it's fucked up. It's like one of those like 700 bazillion Tumblr genders.
Huh. No, it's not a gender. It's multiple personality disorder. I'm telling you. It's not real. What the fuck are they doing with all of these mental patients? They're like going along with.
Okay, all right. I'll explain it to you in one simple sentence. None of these fucking kids played D&D as a kid.
Right?
That's what it is. All right? I got to be a werewolf and a vampire and all kinds of cool shit, like a half dragon and all this fun crap in my head when I was a little one. All right?
Great.
That worked. And then you got older, you paid attention to school, you hooked up, had family, shit, kind of got over it. And now you got people in their 30s, they're like, I want to play D&D real life edition.
Ah, there we go. Wow, my profile picture not updating.
Fucking hell, dude. Oh my god.
I'm serious, man. Like half of these Tumblr Arena genders would go away if they just played D&D. Serious. I'm absolutely serious. Like just a little D&D. You can pretend to be a fucking vampire, dragonkin,
or Magic the Gathering. You can be or do whatever the fuck you want. Get it out of your system.
Yeah. But I'm talking about like freeform RPG, not like strict a strict actual. Oh, my deck is Goblin, but like a freeform RPG where you're actually doing LARPing or whatever, right? It's completely different from any other form of game because it's 100% in your imagination. Part of the reason why it's popular with kids is that they still have active imaginations, and it starts to peter off in time. Because, the more crystalline your brain comes in its thought patterns, the less likely that you're going to come up with free thought, as a general rule. Now, if you apply this en masse, where you've never had any structured free play where you could geez, I don't know, imagine that there was a troll under a bridge that you were going to go kill with a stick that was a sword. Wait, suddenly that's violence because it's a gun and now you're disabled from school. Or, it's pisses me off a little bit. My son. Well, my son actually got suspended from school. This is right around the end of his education. For drawing a gun on a paper about guns.
Oh, dude, they're getting so stupid with that shit, man.
Yeah, it was a potential school threat.
Did you hear about the kid that got expelled for making a gun gesture with his hand? Yeah,
that's actually a couple years after that.
Yep,
just a little bit before that, where he was doing a report on rifling and what allowed the War of 1812 to get the rifles of the War of 1812 and how the range differential made all the difference. And from that, he drew an actual replica of a Kentucky long rifle. Which, first off, let's be honest with you, a Kentucky long rifle looks nothing like a modern day gun or rifle at all.
Nope, not even close.
So there's that. Then there's also the lovely bit of just how utterly fucking stupid it is that drawing a gun is the same thing as you're going to be the next mass shooter of schools. That shit fucking pisses me off because it's never how it works.
Fucking paper up and throw it at somebody and hurt them.
Oh god, dude, I don't know. I've had so many fucking debates about this bullshit, and I just I tell you, if they actually have proper armed guards in front of the fucking schools, and if there are other safety measures, there won't be it's just going over and over and over again. I'm saying the same shit. Guess where? Two things. I'm not gonna make a whole thing of it, okay? Because I'm sick of the argument. But two things, okay? Number one is all these mass shootings, always happen in gun-free zones. In gun-free communities is where the mass shootings happen.
Well, to be quite honest with you, a gun-free zone is a target-rich environment if you're a predator and you're looking for easy prey.
Mm-hmm.
Well, of course they're going to do that because they know you're not able to defend yourself.
Well, for example, the King of England made it illegal for the Irish to have swords. So when the Vikings invaded, the Vikings took most of Ireland and raided it completely because they couldn't defend themselves. Yep. I don't see the difference.
Well, you know, my second point is, like, every mass shooter has been on some form of some form of SSRIs, which are
what's not proven?
That is not proven. That's not proven.
Are you talking about the shooting with pistols? Yes, it is.
The last shooter, it's been proven that he was, and the shooter before that.
If we're talking exclusively mass shooters with pistols, then yeah, sure. But if you're talking mass shooters in general, that has not been proven, and there's a huge difference because
like I'm probably not every one of them has been, but an awful lot of them.
Those mass shootings, over 60% of them happen with pistols, not assault rifles.
Well, first off, assault rifles are illegal to begin with, so they already have an assault rifle already.
Style rifle.
No, I just like pointing out the fact that, you know, an AR-15 is not an assault rifle.
Now we're arguing semantics. You know what I mean, though.
No, actually, I'm being completely deadly serious. I'm not arguing semantics at all. I'm being completely serious. If you're willing to break the assault rifle ban, then you're already proving the point of, you know, criminals will get the guns anyway. This is the argument of why can't you keep drugs out of prisons?
Criminals are going to get them no matter what. They always do. They always have.
That's my whole argument about, like, why is it that you can't keep drugs out of prisons?
Right.
Now, if we're talking about, you know, legal firepower that you can get, they're not assault rifles. They're not military grade equipment, and even then, the body counts are huge. So I mean, like that fucking Virginia Tech guy just did it with pistols alone. You know, like that was like 2 9mm, if I remember correctly. You know, that was just 2 pistols with extended mags. And that's it.
Dude, it only takes a second and a half to drop a mag or reload it, and you're good to go again. I mean,
yeah. Well, then typically when a mass shooter stopped is when he's reloading. Yep. But fundamentally, it comes down to the same question: what is the difference between a sword and a pistol?
Fundamentally, I mean, you can not really much because you can do a mass amount of damage with both.
No, they only exist to hunt humans. It's the only reason. You don't go hunting with a pistol. And you want squirrel from that 9mm? Really? Really? You know, you're gonna eat some skunk that you blew the head off with that, you know, 50 cal.
Well, if we're gonna go back to like old Western days, pistols were solely made strictly for self-defense.
Yeah, no, that's why Colt is called the Great Equalizer, is because you didn't have to be as strong as a man to kill one with a gun.
Exactly.
You just had to be as fast as one, and some of the fastest quick-draw shooters in American history were female. They weren't men, because it had nothing to do. It had nothing to do with the amount of damage you could do. It just had to do with how accurate you were. And I find it kind of funny that an ocean and a half away, a continent and a half away, two separate quick draw techniques were drawn and made.
Watching that scene, the fastest quick draw in history was a man. His name was Bob Munden.
And I said some of the fastest. I didn't say the fastest.
Yeah, dude, there's some blazing fast men out there. And what's crazy, a lot of them reside in Texas. What does that tell you?
But, you know, according to the feminists, women do nothing wrong.
No, I'm not even going down that route. Now, if Texas had
I'm not touching that.
I'm not touching that shit with the party.
Oh my god, it's
because,
ridiculous.
like, if you get me started down that route, we're going to start off with the suffragettes, and I'll go from there then on.
Women murder more than men do. Women murder more than men do. I'm telling you.
Yep.
That is statistically not proven out by the data, but then again, women also statistically can't rape unless.
Hold on. What's not proven? I didn't catch that part. I'm sorry.
Oh, the fact that women kill more than men because the arrest and conviction data doesn't support that. You know, the arrest and conviction data. I mean, this is the whole Emperor Tiberius argument. I've made this one before, which, according to the history, Emperor Tiberius fell down the flight of stairs and got stabbed by 11 different knives, as says the Praetorian Guard. So that's what history says happened. Do I actually believe that Emperor Tiberius fucking died that way? No, I think the Praetorian Guard assassinated him, but that's not history.
Hold on. They say he fell and slipped on 11 different knives?
Yeah, that's the official historical record of Emperor Tiberius, yes.
What?
Yes, that is the official history of how Emperor Tiberius died.
Oh my god, wow.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I think I've made my point.
Sue said in chat, every shooter has been 100% proven to be human. Ban all humans, save the guns.
Yep.
The famine is
God lives matter.
Strong
I love Sue's little quips, dude. They're hilarious.
I shoot rattlesnakes with pistols.
I used to do that when I used to go hiking back in the day, years and years ago. I used to carry my sidearm with me all the time, especially out here in Nevada, Vegas specifically. You come across huge tarantula hawk, fucking gigantic wasp or rattlesnakes or whatever, and you can't move quick enough. So it's either you shoot them or run the risk of getting bitten and die.
Someone else wants to join.
Who is it?
Jay Willie.
Oh, Jay Willie. Oh man! All right, I'll debate Jay Willie again.
I don't like the way you said that, Sue.
Sir, come on. Please. I'll be your best friend.
Yeah, there's a couple of cities in Texas that have gone full libtard.
Yeah, no, Texas is.
But the overwhelming majority of Texas is still pretty conservative.
Yeah, it's rural. Yep. There's like one city in Kansas that's kind of fucked. It's called Kansas City, and it's the only actual city.
If not three major cities in Texas that are a problem for that state right now. Houston.
Oh, I know Austin's got the way of the fucking Californian.
Yep.
I mean, Austin, Texas is a goddamn wasteland of left-wing detritus.
Yeah, my mom lives in Corpus Christi, and I got other friends. One lives just outside of Austin, and another one lives in Temple, Texas. And yeah, if it wasn't for the overwhelming vast majority of Texans being conservative / Republican in that state would have been gone to the wayside by now.
Yeah, well, again, like this is what I talk about, where people like honestly want a hot civil war, and I'm like, you want to be in the rural area sieging the cities, or would you rather be in the cities being sieged by the rural areas? Because
you ever notice that though? Like the bigger cities are always the problem cities.
Like the fact that New York is terrible as far as
dude, it's like Vegas here, dude. Vegas used to be great. Now because we're getting all these idiots from California and that, it's becoming a fucking cesspool. It's becoming a mini California now.
Hang on a second, guys. Jacqueline said, did you guys hear about the preschool? I think it was like in Maine or Pennsylvania or something, that basically made saying that best friend, the word best friend is now.
This nonsense, yeah.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah, they can't use the word best friend anymore. A lot of children were upset about that, actually.
Against other levels of friendship, so therefore you're being prejudicial and giving.
Yeah, you're being exclusionary.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
You're being friend exclusionary. How dare you with your own levels of association? How could you be exclusionary over your
Florida shooting recently happened. They had armed guards in the rain. Well, it was one armed guard, and he did run away. And there was also the local police county hid behind cars, and they didn't go in. It took a police force from the county next over to go in and stop the shooter. And, you know, the county did nothing. Like, the actual police force in that county had visited that boy a number of 45 times over violence and firearm issues. And he was on the FBI's radar twice. He warned them, saying, "I'm going to be a professional school shooter. Try and stop me." And they didn't stop him, and they fucked up. Everyone's looking at banning guns when they should be looking at the police force and how they fucked up.
Well,
sorry, I just had to say that to Jack.
That's fine. It's just like the Texas church shooter, for example, should have been stopped by Jack. There's no reason why he should have owned a gun at all. I mean, in most states, if you're a felon, you're not allowed to even own a firearm, let alone vote. You know.
I'll then take
that's a federal mandate. You're not allowed to own a firearm or vote in any state if you're a felon.
I'll then
some states it depends on your class of felon that you've got. Like if you're a Class C felony, which some states it ends up being a misdemeanor or gross misdemeanor.
Oh, I don't know. I know
state to state.
Yeah, no, I know that. It's just like Kansas, for example, after my BCD for my don't ask, don't tell discharge, fucking took away the right to vote and the right to use a firearm at all.
Yeah, stupid.
So,
Suit says, then I'll take it to the next level and say you cannot marry one man because that excludes your love for all others.
Isn't that cuckoldry thing we saw from CNN? Like, Suit, when did you become an avowed leftist, dude? What the hell, man?
Dude, just get on the fucking stream already instead of, like, saying this shit in comments. Like, you could be saying this shit on stream and I'd have more than 5 people watching.
The real motive shown true. I just I
appreciate
it. In most
it.
cases of most shooters, if a level of law enforcement had done their job, most of them wouldn't have had guns at all. Yeah. And it, again, then comes down to the argument of how do you keep drugs out of prisons? And I can tell you from personal experience, I feel much more comfortable walking down to the local gas station here in Kansas and seeing tons of firearms in the back end of trucks because I know that nobody's going to fucking rob my convenience store that I'm buying my soda at. There's more firepower out in the parking lot than anybody could bring in. You know, I mean, it's a rather silly, mundane argument, but here, thought experiment. What happens if you apply to the handgun and the gun debate social media to the First Amendment?
Oh, they will never do that, of course.
Of course not. Of course they'd never do that. But I was just as a thought experiment. I mean, isn't social media weaponized first? Is weaponized speech? Since speech is a weapon now that you can like hurt people with, like because all the fifis. I mean, imagine all of those fifis.
Do you want to watch a little bit more of that video?
Yeah, sure. Let's get into some more of the fucking cancer. It's Riley Dennis. I cannot promise that there won't be a screen share and me like pointing out that Adam's apple.
Right?
It bugs me too. It really does. It bugs me too.
Okay, it's just saying. I'm not responsible for what my mouse does.
Oh god. Okay, here we go.
Yeah. Okay. Do people often believe you in public when you say that you're like disabled?
No. So much. It's been like that I was a kid, though, so usually I never had to. Ironically, none of you know me that well. Riley knows me. I like arguing with people in public a lot.
Really, you like arguing with people? That's why you're into that thing. What? No, I was just giving on the spot commentary. Apparently, he likes to argue. That's why he thinks of this whole different.
Especially at school, and then my sisters would also do it at the same time. Once I got hit by a car. My sister took me in the emergency room, and we know the spiel to tell the doctors, like, I'm allergic to latex, I have spina bifida, I have chiari malformation. Well, that's my other disability, but that one's purely
I'm allergic to latex, so therefore I need rubber condoms. Wait, what? Sorry. What? Okay.
She said she had chiari malformation. Okay.
I don't even know what the fuck that is. I'm just making fun of latex condoms. What?
She didn't specify the fucking type. There's 3 types of chiari malformation. I have type 1, which is the worst type. Eventually, I could become paralyzed from the neck down.
Post that shit in the comment section of that video. See if you get a response on that.
Like, specify the fucking type of chiari. Obviously, she's looking fine. Like, chiari, if you say you have chiari malformation, specify the fucking type. Because, like, type 3 needs no intervention. Type 2 is just like, yeah, you just, like, treat the symptoms. It doesn't cause any trouble. Type 1 is actually fucking life-threatening. Okay? I have chiari malformation type 1. Okay? This bitch is not specifying any type, and she's talking about, I got spina bifida and I got chiari malformation, but she seems like she's fine there. Like, sometimes...
I'm willing to bet bullshitting just for the sake of this video.
Yeah, well, you know, she's talking fine. She's moving around fine.
Yeah, she's sitting up perfectly straight.
Sometimes I cannot form, like, words or sentences, and I can't, I can't steady my hands. Like, my arms and my legs are fucking weak. Sometimes I fall over in the fucking bathroom, and my husband has to drag me or carry me into the room because my legs have stopped working randomly. Like, and she says she uses a cane every now and then because of her spina bifida. Obviously, her chiari is no fucking problem to her. Like,
you know what's killing me about that, though?
I'm
if you look
fucking
at the way
pissed.
she's acting, yeah, if you look at the way she's acting, she's perfect. Her gestures and all that are not showing any hindrance whatsoever. Her posture is perfectly straight. She doesn't show any signs of having any of that.
Exactly.
Well, okay, to be completely fair, you can see the spina bifida a little bit if you actually look at the way that her hips
I don't see it at all, dude. If you look
at her okay, really quick. You can see the spina bifida right here. See how this hip is much higher up than this hip, while this shoulder is dipped. Okay.
Yeah,
if you look at her left, so of course her shoulder's gonna be dipped a little bit.
It's been a constant. That's scoliosis of the spine due to spina bifida. Obviously, though, and she probably, this is again armchair medic, but I'm guessing that she probably has spina bifida in the tailbone, or else she wouldn't be able to fucking move or walk. Because most people with spina bifida have it around in here, around in the midriff area, and they can't even fucking breathe. I mean, if you really want to get down to, like, if you're going to throw this out here and, like, you know, if she's actually going to throw down all of the things that are wrong with her, we're not going to make fun of the latex condoms. Let's look at it seriously, right?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm being completely honest.
You
like,
had a ton of latex in there, didn't you?
Yeah, well, you know, it's because that's the part that's funny. It's like, I'm allergic to latex. Oh no, I'm like,
yeah, but seriously, like the right half of my face is fucking numb. Like, I can't smile with the right half of my fucking mouth. Like, I have so many issues because of this fucking chiari, and she's sitting there complaining that she has chiari malformation, but she's not specifying the fucking type. I think she's not specifying the type because she wants people to feel sorry for her, and she doesn't actually have the type of fucking chiari that's life-threatening. That's what I think that is.
I told this to someone not too long ago. This is someone that I like and trust. I told them outright, that people with real problems tend not to wear them on their shirt sleeve.
Exactly.
And, I might bitch about my legs, but I'll only go into, like, what happened to them if it's important to the discussion. And since it is relevant at this point, sure, I have Crohn's syndrome. Yeah, I'm being serious. This is important, right? I have Crohn's syndrome, right? Most linemen,
bro, had nothing to do with that.
Hang on, let me ask you.
No, I was just gonna say, like, most linemen end up with it. It just happens. Like, if you play football, like most linemen end up with it. Now,
hold on. I don't mean to stop you, but I had to mute myself because I'm having a hard time breathing right now, so I didn't hear everything you said. If you don't.
No, I was just talking about the fact that, like, the issues with my legs are Crohn's syndrome. Most people that play football on the line end up with Crohn's. Just a fact.
Yeah.
Over 80% of linemen make it to Crohn's, and I was showing a picture the other day of
just like what is the percentage? What is it? 70% end up having knee replacements long run too.
Oh yeah, higher. It's closer to 90% need full knee replacements.
Yeah,
and that's not counting the ones that make it to the NFL. Like,
right.
like these are the hundreds of thousands of linemen that get left in a heap.
Oh, just like with football, like the amount of concussions in it. That sport.
That's I'm at risk for early onset concussive pugilism, even though I never boxed, all because I started playing Pee Wee League. So I mean, we're gonna start comparing problems. I mean, which one's worse? Minor issues what obviously cause so much problems with her hair, makeup, and dress.
Right.
And whatnot, or issues where your legs flop around like a fish and you have to take like 11 medications a day.
Well, if we're able to pick, can I take the first one instead?
Yeah, sure. Knock yourself out, man. I'm just bringing up the point that, like, I don't believe her in the level of her problems for the simple fact that she's so prim, proper, and ready to present it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not following anything she's saying. I don't believe her a bit. I think there might be something there, a little bit, but I don't think it's anywhere near what she's saying.
Well, I mean, it could be just like Dorky says, where she's got like the easiest type of this, and she had spider bits of the tailbone, and some mild scoliosis, and in order to
might have a little bit of something going on, she's using it as, okay, now I got a platform where I can speak for fucking everybody.
Oh yeah, and see, that's the thing that thoroughly infuriates me, and this brings me back to what you said earlier about the discords that we're in and the people that we talk to.
And she has her own channel talking about disabilities as well.
Really?
Fantastic.
I'll have to check that out.
Yep.
Like, obviously, like, up until now, I've never told anyone, like, the seriousness of my condition. As far as everyone knew, I just had back problems. Like, which I fucking do have some back problems, but that's because there's a lot of pressure on my fucking spinal cord from the chiari. Like, this bitch, it has now pissed me off. Because, like, she's not, like, you have to fucking specify the type of chiari to know, like, what.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, I mean, here's another example. Do you have herpes simplex A, the kissing curse, otherwise known as cold sores? Or do you have herpes simplex C, which is herpes of the eyes? Which one is more important? Oh, I'll just say herpes.
Right.
Just a thought. Just a thought. I mean, you're talking about one's an STD, the other one is a birth defect, but still, I mean, which one's more important? The one that people have been writing stories and jokes and songs about since the early 800s Common Era, or are we talking about something that, like, is brand spanking new because people like licking each other's eyeballs? I mean, just a thought. Just a thought. That's new as of 15 years ago. Thank you. all you brave, adventurous folks out there. Thank you all.
Okay, do you have something to say?
No, I'm just chiming in here and there.
Nah, I think,
I would appreciate it if you'd unpause the video so I don't have to look at this fucker's neck at that angle anymore.
Alright, I'll keep playing the video.
I didn't even know I had it. I had it my whole life.
What is it?
It's when your cerebellum, the back part of your brain, mine's bigger than normal, and so it pushes on my skull, and your cerebellum also has to do with your balance.
Okay.
So this is why I always fall. My sister and we told the doctor everything, and then the ER doctor looked at me and was like, I don't think you have spina bifida. You probably have like
Shut up.
This. And
What?
my sister just yelled because his idea of spina bifida, and a lot of doctors don't really treat us. His idea was that we're all in wheelchairs, and that's not true.
She has no idea what the fuck she's talking about.
No, not at all.
Because what she just mentioned and how she just explained chiari, okay, that is type 3.
Hold on, you know what's weird? Go back to that, look at that video. If you look at Riley's face, it almost looks like he's not even buying her bullshit.
Yeah. Like, she just
that is an excellent stop of cringe on his face.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, he's got that look like, are you serious right now?
Type 3 is where the cerebellum is bigger and it pushes on your skull. That's it. There are no other fucking issues. So she has no fucking symptoms from it. Like, why is she saying that chiari is part of a disability when it's just a small fucking defect that, like, just affects her balance every now and then? Like, type 1, like the actual...
Here, being normal here. Oppression points here, being normal here.
Don't forget victim points.
Well, victim, oppression...
What's even weird about that is she's trying to play the self-victim card.
Like,
I really like
victim of my own existence.
Yeah, there's only one type of spina bifida that is so minor that the doctor would question it, and that's spina bifida of the tailbone.
I don't know anything about any of that, to be honest.
Oh, well, that means that at some point, at her birth, its birth, the birth, her birth, whichever it is, a small portion of the spinal column was exposed in the very bottom end of the tailbone.
Yeah, you were telling me that.
Yeah. Well, that's the only type that's openly questioned, because otherwise there would be years and years and years and years and years of case history to try to keep you from, walking and moving and, having feeling below wherever the spinal cord was exposed. I did mention that it only takes an hour of exposed air for nerve tissue to start dying.
Well, yeah, of course, to start getting oxygen from the blood that it needs to survive.
When I do go to hospital, sometimes I'll get the doctors that, like, if I mention chiari malformation type 1, they'll look at me like I'm not speaking English. It's fucking rare. It's a rare birth defect. Like, and I have the worst type. There's, like, files and files and files, like 3 full files of me at each hospital in my catchment area of, like, medical issues that I've had, and it's all come down to this fucking chiari. I've had problems pretty much all of my life from this fucking chiari. Okay, she has no idea what it's like to have chiari malformation. Like, she's just complaining that she has poor balance. Poor her with her type 3.
Well, again, I come back to the herpes analogy. Would you rather have cold sores or would you rather have herpes of the eyeball? And if you get just as many victim points for herpes of the lips as the eyeball, would you claim it was just herpes? Just a thought. Because, I mean, people with herpes simplex C end up losing their eyes within about a year. Because their eyeballs literally will turn into open festering wounds, and then they'll pop, and then they'll lose most of the viscous of their eye, and their eyes dry out.
The thing that pisses me
something
off.
pretty. What?
The thing that pisses me off most about people like this chick is the fact that they use whatever they might have going on and use that as a tool to think that they could talk for everybody else. Bitch, it don't work that way.
And she didn't even mention anything about double vision or like any of the other symptoms that Chiari has. I have double vision so bad that I can't even write or type properly anymore. Like, I've had double vision since I was a teenager. Like, this has gone on for a long fucking time. She just complains about fucking balance. Bitch, I actually run into fucking walls when I turn a corner. I actually fall over shit that's not there. Like, you think you have an issue with your fucking hair? Like, how dare she talk about all disabilities and talking about, like, some people in wheelchairs can walk. Like,
exactly my point.
Like, she has no idea what it's like to have a real disability.
Well, now, hold up. Who are we to judge her lived experience? It's not like we have our own lived experiences to which we could compare, perhaps. But just as an example, I brought up the fact I have Cronus before, right? Cronus is so common here in Kansas because one of the only ways out of Kansas is a football degree, a scholarship, that most of the time they just can peg it right for what it is. Like, it's not that hard to diagnose. I was at one point in time 6'2". I'm now 5'11". That's 3 inches of height I've lost from just my own skeleton crushing my knees.
That's crazy.
This is part of the times when I'll be on stream and I'll just have to leave because my legs hurt too fucking much. Or I'll have to fucking take the codeine. Because, you know.
You got it right the first time. That's exactly what it is.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's heroin with C3 or N3, but it's totally safer for me than pot is because pot's a Schedule 1 narcotic and codeine's a Schedule 3. But then that's just getting into the scheduling system of the United States of America. And we would never do something stupid as prohibition.
Right?
Ever.
Even though that's what they're trying right now.
Man, they've been doing prohibition ever since the 1920s. So the only difference between the 18th and the 21st Amendment.
Dude, they're clamping down on it so hard, it's almost next to impossible to get your meds. I mean, you literally have to fucking fight between the doctor and the insurance to get them filled because of Trump's whole new attack on fucking pain meds. It's making it a royal nightmare.
Well, to be fair, they have been overprescribed. I will give them that.
That has nothing to do with me.
No, I know. That has nothing to do with me either. And it still fucks my prescriptions up.
That might have been going on for whatever. You gotta go on a case-by-case basis. You can't punish everybody for the actions of a few. It doesn't work.
Yeah, but see, that's the problem with law, though. This is a point I was trying to make earlier, is that law is indiscriminate in how it treats everyone like shit.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime you think there should be a law, therefore, think how it can be used against you before you say it's all right.
Exactly.
I currently am in the shits with my state because I don't take enough of my pain medication. Because, that's a legitimate thing. Like, I
wish it was like that here.
Hoarding it or something.
When they're trying to sell you're saving it up to sell it or some stupid shit.
Yeah, that's actually what they're trying to say. And my whole response is, no, I just really don't want to get addicted to heroin. And their response was, you have to take your medication.
That's so stupid.
Well, pills are so regulated here that because of a small number of people that got addicted to over-the-counter codeine, okay, and they took codeine off the counters, and the government was so stupid that they didn't expect them to go doctor shopping, which they did, and now they're fucking banned, pretty much, or very harshly regulated any drugs of dependence, right? So
I were talking about that not too long ago, where apparently Lyrica is not addictive, and then you go like 30 days without it. It's not addictive, apparently, according to the AMA.
Bullshit.
Talk to the AMA. It's not listed as an addictive.
Kiss my ass.
There's a lot of, like,
I'm not
there's
saying they're right. I'm just saying this is what the doctors.
Well, you know what's funny? Just like during Trump's whole speech when he was attacking pain meds and that, he was going, "Oh, we should prescribe less abused, less addictive drugs," and he names like tramadol. I'm like, you do know tramadol is one of the most abused, most addictive pain meds out there, even though it's non-narcotic. You fucking idiot.
Yeah, it's non-analgesic.
I don't think that the Cheeto Fuhrer was right on that one. I definitely do think that the Cheeto Fuhrer did inherit one hell of an opioid addiction. Like, I know in Kansas it is skyrocketed to our #1 drug. Like, it's the most common story. Like, we just had one like last week where we had like 2 parents that fucking shot up in their car and parked the car, and in the Kansas heat cooked themselves and their 3 kids.
Oh shit!
In the minivan. Oh well. I'm just saying, like that's what happens if you dry up the legal source. You know, I mean,
that's another thing that I've been arguing. It's like you're cracking down on pay meds and making it impossible for people to get that seriously need this. So you're going to start driving all this illegal meds and that, and you're going to start having even more overdoses and more death cases. It's like, how do you fight this without fucking over everybody?
Well, it's a massive issue for me because with my GP, with my body, I've been on painkillers for like 2 years, like 2.5 years. So I have to go to my doctor and say, look, I need to switch to this medication now because my body is getting used to this one. And now because they don't prescribe drugs of dependence, okay, it's going to be really fucking hard for me to do that. And you know, I've gotten hold of Valium, and it's supposed to be a one-time thing, but it's really helped with my legs, okay, because my legs are so fucking painful in the morning. If I mix the fucking Valium with the tramadol, it works really well, okay. So I
wish I could take tramadol. They just took me off of it.
So yeah, no, I mean, why don't you fight to get that as your normal drugs in if that's what's really working for you?
It's
because the government will think I'm a drug addict and they'll put me on it. They have lists. The government have lists of people who are known addicts. Okay, and so like they won't prescribe them to me if they think I'm an addict.
Yeah, they've got the same thing here.
Be right back.
Like, it's
stupid.
Ridiculous. Like, I gotta talk to my doctor and see what I can do. I have a really great GP, but the thing is, he might get in trouble. And I don't want him to get in trouble, you know what I mean? Because all of the doctors here are paid by the government.
Just be straight up with them. Be like, hey, you know, I've been on all these different meds. You know, when one time I got the Valium and I had that with this other med, and it took all my pain away to where I actually had some quality of life when I was taking it. Like, is there any way that I could keep on being prescribed these meds without being on some kind of list or labeled as this and that? See what he says, because if anybody would know, it would be your doctor. It's worth a shot. What's the worst thing you can say? No, I can't do that because this is going to happen or that could happen. It's worth a shot.
Yeah. Well, I got to talk to him about what's going on here at home because, like, it's fucking embarrassing. Like, it's not just embarrassing. I fucking hate myself for it. Like, I need help looking after my son.
Yeah, how do you think I feel? I'm right there with you.
Like, I'm supposed to be his fucking mother. I'm supposed to be his stay-at-home parent.
Like, 150% relate to you on that one.
I'm supposed to be a fucking housewife. I'm not a housewife. I can't cook. I can't play on the floor with my son. Like, it's fucking, like, you know, something needs to be done, but they keep putting regulations on all these fucking medications and all these different therapies just because of a tiny, tiny amount of fucking people that ruin it for the rest of them. Like, just because a tiny amount of people are addicted to over-the-counter codeine or, like, some other shit.
Yeah, but they make it seem like it's a majority.
It doesn't mean that everybody's addicted to it. I don't understand. Like, they're fucking everyone over.
Well, it's not that they're fucking everyone over. It's just that they're fucking over a good number of people. And there's a good number of people that do need to get fucked over, in my personal opinion. However, whenever you create a law, you catch unnecessary, targets. For example, the 18th Amendment is the one that made all substances illegal, including tobacco, alcohol, all that shit. The 21st Amendment is the only one that brought back prescriptions from your doctor, tobacco, and alcohol. Everything else is still under the 18th Amendment's prohibition.
Yeah.
So if you look at it from a legal standpoint, then the entire black market infrastructure that was created, the whole reason why prohibition was ended was because of how the alcohol speakeasy black markets were working, and the fact that they couldn't stop it. Again, how do you expect to do this when you can't keep drugs out of prisons? I mean, there are going to be a good.
Keep it out, dude. It'll never happen.
Well, that's part of the point. Is the fact that in order to get it to happen, you're going to have to be so draconian.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're going to have to be so draconian in its implementation that everyone will suffer. Or you're so lax or else you're so lax in the implementation that nobody notices that there's even a law there. See spitting on the sidewalk laws for that. Yeah, that's technically illegal in every state as far as I'm aware, but I've never seen it ever enforced. It's just like another one of those things that a cop can give you a ticket for just because he wants to be an asshole. And I mean, with this chick that we're looking at, what's her name? Dumbass McDougal. She's got all these physical ailments, yet she can still sit there looking perfect in her makeup.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That was my point earlier.
Yeah, but have perfect video quality, never miss a line, have everything done, and none of it shows signs of any medical intervention. And I know I look high as shit right now, and that's partially because I am. But this is all shit prescribed by my doctor, so therefore it's okay, right? I mean, it's not like I'm doing a real drug or something.
I'm on a lot of drugs too, man. Like,
this is my frustration, though, is that you're literally looking at someone who's sitting there all prim, proper, and energetic, who does not seem to have any of the major issues that she claims to have, speaking down to everyone from a high place about shit that she probably doesn't even really experience on a regular daily basis. Things that you dorky, same thing for you, DG, I highly doubt she will ever experience.
Yeah.
I don't think that she's going to have the weight of her own skeleton crush her body 3 inches because gravity. That's my issue. Like there's no cartilage pack in between my bones and my knees, so therefore that means the knobs on the knee bones are slowly crushing themselves together. That's why I'm shorter. See pictures when I'm younger, I'm over 6 feet tall. See pictures
from the sound of it, what she's described is type 3, which is like nothing. She just has poor balance, and that's it.
There is no types to Cronus. There's just Cronus.
There should be types to Cronus.
No, there's not. There's just Cronus syndrome.
No.
It's not typed. Because it's only seen in 2 professions. You either play football or you were an Army IED tech.
Wow.
And that's where like the experimental surgeries are from, which I'm actually annoyed with your country because the surgery I need is actually insurance approved over there, while the surgery you need is insurance approved over here. But whatever.
Yeah, well, This is the whole reason why I'm streaming and trying to get up the money so I can go to either England or America and see the right specialist and get the surgery that I desperately need to slow. Like, it doesn't cure it; it slows it down for quite a while.
Right. Well, I mean, there isn't a cure to any condition, sadly.
No, there's not, unfortunately. But like, if I get the surgery, I'll be able to do stuff for my son again. And
I'd like to be over 6 feet tall again. It would be kind of nice to not wake up with bone screeching pain, because it's literally that. You know, I mean, it is literally that level of pain. And I do not think that this woman takes 250 milligrams of codeine 3 times a day. As I'm
there's no way.
Yeah, that's kind of my point.
Like I do.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of my point. I mean, that's like, I'm granted, I'm a 400-pound dude, you know, and I'm on that dosage. So I mean, you have there's a lot of meat there that you have to go through. You know, I mean, whereas like this is a little itty bitty thing on the screen that you were sharing. You know, so I would bet probably like 5 milligrams of my dosage would be enough for her. But then again, since she probably, I'm guessing, doesn't have that many physical ailments, she'll probably be high off of her fucking ass because she's not in that level of intense pain.
Yeah, when you are in intense pain, no matter how strong the drug is, once the drug starts working and gets rid of the pain, it just makes you feel normal. You don't feel high.
I've never felt normal. I've just not cared about the fact it hurt.
Well, like, not normal, but you don't feel high from it.
Yeah, it makes it a little slurry, and I just don't care that I'm in pain.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. You know,
like that's the best that pharmaceuticals can do, is just make me not give a shit about the fact that my legs are screaming at me. Whereas this chick is sitting there just fine, giving Riley Dennis a pile of shit that makes Riley look incredulous, which is saying something, considering some of the shit that's come out of that fuckface's pie hole.
Oh, dude.
Christ,
like,
man.
This tough person, I hate to be this tough person that's like streaming to try and raise up money to get
Why? Why? We live in a capitalistic culture. What's wrong with doing something for money? It's a universal barter. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, well, like, I'm supposed to be.
Are you thinking about what's wrong with you? Are you defrauding people?
No.
Then why? What's the problem?
Because, like, the health system here is letting me down. I just feel bad. Like, you know, like, I don't like the whole, this is my issue, like, you know, help me out, please. Like,
that's not the same thing. That's not the same thing. You haven't built your entire online persona about the fact that I have this condition, therefore I am. You know, I mean, you know, I am an American, therefore I'm an asshole. That's pretty much my general, like, stance on the internet. And like, that's about as far as it goes, too.
I just like, streaming, you know, I thought of streaming. I was like, maybe I'll give streaming a go. It's either this or I sell the fucking house and get it done privately. Like,
would that actually solve your problems, though? It sounds like you're just trading one for another. You know, I mean, realistically, generating revenue in order to make a one-time solution work is a lot more feasible than selling your house, which will cause you a whole lot more troubles down the road, even if it does afford your surgery.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here on a live stream with you is because I'd much rather help you earn it than just like say, fuck it. You know, not my problem. Besides, I'm an American and I get to be an asshole on the internet.
Fuck yeah, dude. And, you know, because I'm on the internet with a couple of Americans, I can say whatever the fuck I want.
Well, technically, no. Country of origin still holds you responsible if there's any type of weird fucking speech laws and shit in wherever your country comes from.
I give no shits.
Well,
I say whatever I fucking want. Like,
neither did Dankula's pug. Do not forget that pug lives matter.
Thankless pug did nothing wrong.
Yeah, but think of all the emotional trauma that animal had to go through giving testimony. Like, I mean, I'm sorry. I had to lighten it up there for a minute because it's like, if you actually look at this shit seriously and the message that they're promoting seriously, what it comes across as is my issues are X, Y, and Z. So feel sorry for me.
Yeah.
And now I can talk for all of you. And the only person who gets to talk for my ass is me. That's pretty much it.
Well, you know, if you're in a fucking wheelchair and you can walk, how about you use your crutches or something?
Well, I mean, technically, I'm in a wheelchair, but wait. Oh, they're not talking about casters, are they? Oops.
Like, I have like 2-3 different types of crutches that I use. Like, you know, like I'm looking at wheelchairs, but I won't use a wheelchair until it's absolutely necessary. Sometimes my legs just stop working. You know, like I need it for those days, but the way they worded it, some wheelchair users can walk. It's like, well, like, if they do walk, they need fucking support crutches and they don't walk well.
Well,
like,
some polio patients can walk too. Just in case you didn't know that.
Some what patients?
Polio. Really bad.
Oh, yeah.
Joke. I'm burning in hell for that one, but it was still worth it. Damn. I'll gladly make it again. No, but it's just I'm burning in hell. It's just one of those things where thanks, man. It's one of those things where you have to triage it, right? Like, okay, so like when Riley Dennis first showed up, right? Like everybody like took it as a parody of what it is. And if you look at Fiona and her like ridiculous lesbian relationship, and the crap that she argues, how fucking insane do you have to be for Riley Dennis to get multiple still captures of bitch, please? What the fuck? I mean, like we stopped like how many times and that keeps fucking happening? Like repeatedly, where we'll get like some random still of Riley looking like, what the fuck did this bitch just say?
Oh, dude. Well, it looks like Gamer's gotta lie down.
All right, fair enough.
Well, it's getting to 2 p.m. now. Like, I think this is a good place to like slow down the stream and sitting around like this has gotten sore anyway. So, like, I've actually really enjoyed this stream.
I'm glad I could bring some brevity to the otherwise cancerous nature that is known as Riley J. Dennis.
Oh my god, hell yeah. Like,
I mean, seriously, like that thing just comedy gold. Especially since I've thrown a couple of those out of the fucking club before for getting up in my shit. It's like, no, you are not using no. But anyway, it was fun being on stream with you. Take care.
Yeah. You too. See you guys. Thanks for watching, sticking around, whatever.
Peace, bitches.
Later.